of the state. To talk more on the tanker accident that happened today is the spokesperson of the Southwest for National Emergency Management Agency, Mr. Ibrahim Fariloye. He's right here with me in the studio. Many thanks for joining us, Mr. Ibrahim Fariloye.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you for joining us. Could you please tell us what the situation was as at the time when you left the scene of today's tanker accident?
Well, the situation had been brought under control. What was left was just the removal of the wreckage of the tanker that caused the disaster. Okay.
And then what exactly was the cause of this particular accident that happened 4 days after the one at Yanokwaja?
Well, there are two sides of the story account by high witnesses. One account stated that a trailer was competing with this truck owned by Mustock Investments Nigeria Limited. They were competing on the road. By the time they got to Idimu Junction, I think the tanker lost control in a culvert, then skip off, crashed in front of a house where we have a drainage. Then it spilled the content mostly into the drainage and partly to on the main road. There is a woman frying bean cakes. The fire when the petrol got there, it caught fire, and that was how the whole thing started.
Okay, that's one account.
On one account. The second account said that two smaller vehicles, buses of 18 passengers each, were also competing with the trailer to get space, and the trailer lost control again, skipped off the road.
Okay, was the emergency agency, was NEMA able to verify the exact cause of this particular accident?
When something like this happens, it's not our business to know what caused it, but it's our business to go in, stop any further damage and other things. The police and other agencies will carry out their responsibility of investigation.
Were there any casualties from this accident?
No casualty at all.
Okay, would you say this accident is random, or these, Thursday's accident, Thursday's fire, the one that happened some days ago, and today's, well, are there random occurrences, or is there an underlying factor?
Well, we can't say it's random because almost in every 1 week or 2 weeks, we always have incident of tanker crash here and there. It's only unfortunate if it happens within the urban centers. Last upper week, we had serious crash along Lagos-Ibadan end, where almost 500 vehicles were trapped. So we had to suspend traffic, diverted the traffic on another way. So this has been happening on a regular basis, but because these ones are happening within the urban center, so it attracts much more attention.
Okay, so you talked about carelessness. Either way, either of the accounts we want to go by, how can the carelessness on the part of these tanker drivers be curbed?
Well, we need to, I think there is need for them to appreciate the value of their life and protect the source of livelihood. Because the owner of the truck that got destroyed now will never give such man another employment. That is one major thing. And if he had lost his life, he's totally at loss. So there is need for us to enlighten them on the need for proper safety, personal safety and community safety consciousness.
Okay, obviously there are some rules for road users, and these drivers do not adhere to these rules. What do you suggest can be done to enforce compliance on the road, part of the drivers?
The rules are two ways. One for the tanker drivers, the other one for the people in the community. The tanker driver, the highway code made specification of what should be done. When you have 2, 3, 4 vehicles behind you, pull over. Let the small drivers move away. But usually, what happens in the major town, the real driver will move. When he gets to the exit of entry into a town, he will withdraw. Give the training drivers who is under apprenticeship to take the vehicle to the next destination. So most times when we investigate, you see most of the accident is caused by these training drivers. So we need to carry out the strict compliance enforcement of the rules. One, the situation at Indimu, if not that the state government had done so much work, it would have been much more devastating. The buffer zone of each road, at least a road before you start erecting any structure, there should be 50 meters before the culverts, which we call buffer zone. Among this buffer zone, you have shoulders of the road. But most of the construction these days, we don't observe all those rules.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Farinue.